guys, welcome to day 5 of our 12 Days of Christmas in July series at Polly's Paper Studio. I've got some really fabulous little treat holders for you today. We've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. These are really whimsical and fun and easy to make. And best of all, I've got these all from scraps. So these are a great project to do with a group or with the kids, and they are really great for making random act of kindness gifts. So let's make these together. To cut the envelope shape, I'm using this die from Cheery, Lynn Designs, and for each of the treat holders you're going to need 2. This particular die is great because it not only cuts the shape out, but it also adds the score line, so you'll know right where to fold it. This is white cardstock. I'm using a 65-pound weight, and I'll just fold over those flaps right now. And it is also a very good idea to come in with your bone folder and reinforce that crease so that it is nice and tight. And then I use just a bit of the double-sided adhesive tape so I can fold that last flap in, and that will create the envelope shape. Like I said, you're going to need 2 for this project because you will have a front and a back section. So create 2. Incidentally, you can get 2 out of each 5 or 8.5 by 11 sheet. So for each project, you will need just 1 sheet of the white cardstock and then run it through twice. With the scrap that is created, you can create the inside, which will be what holds the 2 pieces together. So it measures 2.5 inches wide. And so I've cut my paper just a teeny bit less, and then it is 3 inches scored at each end at 1/2 inch. So that's going to give me just a little bit of space to attach it and just line it up. That's so easy. So you can just add it right to where that score line is. And now you've got your first piece on, and then do the same thing for the back. This is a great project to work on with the kids because if you do all the die cutting ahead, then it's just a matter of assembly. So you can make quite a few of them and sit and work together and maybe enjoy a Christmas movie or make these as random acts of kindness, which I really love to do. Just have them all ready, and then when you're ready to give them out, you'll be prepared. So now what you've got is the basic shape, the outside, and then the inside has 2 pockets. So you can add your treats in here. This is green cardstock. Now I'm using all scraps. All of these pieces came from my salvage bin. And if you can get a 2.5 inch or 2.25 inch square out of your scrap, then you have enough to do this. You don't have to finish the back, but I am in this case because I just think that it makes it look nice from all the sides. And here is some red tinsel trim. You can totally elect to not put on this portion if you're working with kids, or you can use maybe your tiny attacher and let them staple it down before you add it to the envelope. That way you're not going to be concerned about little fingers getting burned. And or you could just do this part yourself, and that way they will all have a job to do and everyone contributes. I'm using more of that double-sided adhesive tape to attach these, and it's just a matter of centering it on the envelope, and then we can add the remainder of the embellishments, which is totally up to you. Again, I've got plenty of scraps in the bin, so it makes sense to me to work out of that. But maybe you found a cute sticker sheet at the dollar store or printable from Polly's paper, you can definitely add that as well. So here is the front, and then I'm just going to add the back here while I'm at it. This is a really sweet print that is like a plaid gingham, so my friend Marty will appreciate me continuing with my 12 days of plaid plan, and I will be not working with plaid in a couple days. Sorry, I had to work ahead a little bit, but it's got shabby chic and I don't have shabby chic plaid. So here's the back. That is just centered like the front. And now for this particular image, it is a adorable little gingerbread man, and I've also got a very tiny die cut doily to add just to bring in a little bit more detail. And this is a chipboard sticker, but I feel like I want to add a little bit of hot glue just to reinforce that, because once this gets filled with treats, it might be prone to popping off. So there's that guy. He's pretty cute. I'm going to give him a couple of little flowers too. These are sweetheart blossoms from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and they're just little and sweet, and you get a ton of them in the pack, so a little goes a long way. I'm going to put on one green and one red and one white, but if you want to skip this step, that is totally doable because it's really cute without it. And here is the last one. So to close this and make it easy for the recipient to open, I'm going to use a little teeny wooden clothespin in a holiday color and clip it at the top first before I add my bow, because I don't want to run out of room for that clip to sit on there properly. So I'm going to glue that bow just right underneath where the clip will be. This is more trim from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and I just tied a simple little bow, nothing fancy, but more plaid always works well for Christmas. That is really, really cute. So that was day 5 of our 12 days of Christmas in July projects. If you enjoyed this project, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe. Make sure you check in tomorrow to see project 6, and I will leave links in the description below for our social media sites. You can check us out on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on our blog and our Etsy shop, and we've also got some great Pinterest boards, so you can find us there. As always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you all so much for watching. Bye!